everybody! Welcome back to Awesome Curios. It's stinking awesome here, and today we're doing not mansion things. Surprisingly, we're gonna leave the mansion and go into the next area, because that's what we need to do. And okay, so plan of action. We need the crank, because we're going to the area with the crank, and then we need the battery. Those are crucial aspects of our current plan. So the swimming pool, you know, you had the crank, and when you cranked it, the water was drained out of the swimming pool, and there was dialogue. Oh, you can hear water nearby. And then when we went to the residence, we passed by a waterfall. So if you turn off the crank, you're actually able to go into a secret special area that we need to do. I just want to make sure everything's okay, fine and dandy. We're gonna have to go through the area with the... Actually, no we don't. We're gonna go a special way, a better way. A less scary way. Because unfortunately I was gonna go out the shortcut that we did with the dog whistle, but hunters can actually spawn there if you're not careful. And I really don't want to deal with that on a long expanse of just... Balcony? Yeah, it's balcony. I was gonna say hallway, but don't hallways, you need multiple walls, so that's technically not a hallway. It is a balcony. And then we have this area, which I did kill this hunter already. Also, I found out something interesting. So this hunter in this hallway was apparently a slightly redder shade of green, I guess, because he still kind of looked green. But that hunter actually is apparently statistically more powerful than regular hunters. And he only spawns after, I believe, you use the helmet key. I believe. I could be wrong, but that was a quirky thing that the creators of the HD edition decided to put in, because they're like, haha, they'll find it, it'll be really cool. I was like, where am I going? I was trying to talk to y'all and tell y'all a story, and then I was like, where am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? That was rough, guys, not gonna lie. We're gonna use the super secret way, that way we don't have to deal with dogs and zombies and hunters, because thankfully there's nothing actually in here, because we killed the hunter when we were cleaning up the mansion, because I did not want to deal with it, since we had to come back this way. Crows are still here to keep me company. Hello buddies. Hello birdie buddies. Perspective! Oh my goodness. I swear, perspective in this game is crazy. One second, guys. I gotta resituate my mic. Haha, look. See, I've always noticed this painting, and I never... This picture has been burnt in several places. You can't make out what it used to be. Burnt, apparently. Very immature door right here. You see it? You don't. Don't worry about it. And surprisingly, the dog that when you go this way originally is not here, but you can hear it howling in the distance. Makes you wonder. Okay, but this puzzle, very, very difficult. It's not actually super duper difficult. It's just you have to be careful of ducks. Also, first aid spray. And guess what, guys? Guess what? Oh my goodness, it's green! We love a good green in this house. In this mansion particularly, green means good. Yeah, in I believe 2, 7, and 8, it's not green. They actually use the color blue. So this is really pretty deep blue. Ah, rude. They use a really pretty deep blue to go, hey, the room's clean, but they still use the red for, hey, you're missing stuff. I'm curious why they switched to blue. I wonder if there's like a psychological reason, or because green usually is like, green means good. Blue, I wouldn't say means good, but I get what they're going with. Also, we're kind of getting close to the end of the game. There's only like 2 more areas left, like real areas of this game. And we're going to try and get at least one of these done today. So, yeah, we're getting pretty close. Yeah, you gotta do a puzzle here. Remember that battery that was removed from the elevator down this way? You have to add that back, and then you can... So you've essentially made a backup way to get to back to the pool after you flood it. which is the point of... Woo! Haha, you didn't get me. But that was the point of the elevator puzzle, is if you flood the pool, you're unable to use the walkway on it. If you're unable to use the walkway on it, then you can't get access to the area behind the waterfall. So that's the reason behind this puzzle. Which definitely took me way too long my first time, because I was playing while doing college things, and there were prolonged periods of time in between me playing and me not playing. So at one point, I was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing because it's been so long. I don't know what items I have. I don't know where anything is located. It was rough. Yeah, you fill the pool back up, which that's crazy that a little crank can fill it up so fast, because that's a huge pool. We're not going to talk about time. Chris has actually been sitting here forever. The sound of the waterfall seems to have stopped. Chris has like a gray beard because the pool took so long to fill. Okay, so you go back this way, and you actually take the elevator we brought up and bring it back down. That way you have access to that little area. We're going to try and avoid the dogs, though. Because I would like to not have my, my feet eaten. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, we're good. Ha 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 ha. Dogs didn't get me. Well, we do have this dog here, so. Oh, I never realized how, like, prominent the ribs are on the dogs. But yeah, this is the waterfall. They can't get me, so I'm not worried. This is the waterfall, and there's a ladder under here. And then you go into this very spooky, dark area that I am not a big fan of. Yeah, I made it to this area, and I hadn't been playing very long in my first playthrough, and I was like, no, we're gonna save that till the day, so that it's bright and sunny and I'm not freaking out. I will take the ink ribbon, yes. And you actually don't use the square crank again, so we can just leave that in the item chest. I accidentally grabbed the MO disc. And I don't need both healing. We're gonna put one back for when I actually do need it. Okay. Also, there are so many items. I'm so glad they don't have like an item inventory thing where it's like, hey, by the way, you can get this achievement if you never open the item box. It did have an interesting version of the game. It was like the original way it was meant to be played. The item boxes weren't linked together. So if you put items in one item box, they stayed in the item box you put them in. So you had to essentially remember where you put things. Ooh, scary dock tunnel. Indiana Jones sized rock. Large boulder blocks the way. There are bloodstains underneath the boulder. That's unfortunate. We're running away. We don't want to get run over by a boulder. But it's not a boulder. It's a rock. I am a big Squidward fan. I grew up with it, and I quote it randomly. Yeah, we are currently in the courtyard. It's basement. We're in the courtyard's basement. Okay, we got the elevator's power source. There's a round lid. Open it, and then you can take this item out. Will you take the shaft? Yes, I will. And then no color. Oh, yep, no colorful text. Something seems to be missing. Gasp! It's not like I just took it out. Okay, so you have a big old hole in the middle you can't actually get to. And then you have something right. Oh, there it is. I was like, there's something right here. We got ammo. You're never gonna have enough ammo here, especially in this location. It's crazy to think this is under the mansion. I thought the other mansion... No, I think the other mansion is a little more ridiculous. Because, like, we have a torture room, and a laboratory, and a water treatment facility, and a jail. And it just kept going. Like, how many basements do you have? What's your rent? That's ridiculous.
Enrico, don't come any closer, Chris.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait.
Not me.
Enrico!
This is why Rebecca never saw him again.
Enrico!
Gasp.
Double crosser.
Obviously you, Chris. Just kidding. Okay, we got a certain number of people that it could be. We got Jill. We got Wesker. We got Rebecca. It would be hilarious if Rebecca's actually the bad guy. Killed him with just one shot? Who could it be? Also found out something interesting. So you can actually tell who it is. Wait, he's holding something. I'll tell you in a second. Will you take the crank? Yes, I will. But the sound of the gun that shot Enrico will actually tell you who the bad guy is. And that's very interesting if you distinctly know gun sounds. Like, it's very obvious once you point it out, but I found that out and was like, that's so cool. Unfortunately, I don't know what guns sound like. But if you look at this crank is different. It is, the end is shaped like a hexagon. So, this one will actually be used. Oh, great. Yep. And we go. And we go. Hunters! You know what? Nobody liked you anyway. I just want to know there's so many. Like, they made one and went, yes, this is the course of action. How are we looking? Okay, yep. So everything's green so far. We haven't been missing anything other than that main room, and that's because we needed the crank. So that room I'm not stressing about just yet. We are about to go in there with the crank anyway, so we should be okie dokie, artichokey. Let's go! And avoid this guy. Ah! I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They stink. They probably do, thinking about it. Probably smell like rotten flesh and sewer. I can just imagine. Okay, but crank. Let's go use that. And we do need this a couple of times, so I'm going to keep it in my inventory. Which the structure of this trap thing here is crazy. This little crank here is moving the walls of the cave. However, to save item space, I do not need the shaft right now. It comes in handy at the end of this area, but I currently don't need it. So we're going to drop it off at the end. And we're going to go exploring. Here we go. No! Alright, I forgot the herb. I need to go grab that. Because they're all going to be safe. We're all going to have a great time. There was a gun on the wall. Because we have another boss fight coming up. Which this one, thankfully, you don't really have to do anything with. Okay, so we are going to... I'm going to combine just so I have more space. I wonder what the heck they were doing down here. Because you come over here and you're like, I don't really know what this area is for. So you take the flamethrower. You got a rock here. Ah! A huge boulder blocks the way. You gotta run. Because of course we gotta Indiana Jones this. Because there's this awesome maneuver that I could never do. Over there doing side flips? I was gonna say side cartwheel. That wasn't a cartwheel though. Coming over here and you got shotgun shells. Heck yeah, I'm actually gonna go drop those off real quick. Oh wait, never mind, I can't. We will in a second though. Like if you try to go back through the door is locked. It won't budge because the key actually is... Nope, I didn't wanna... Oh, no. I wanna put it back. Can I put it back? Will you set... Yes. You need to do that to unlock the door because that's the locking mechanism for some odd reason. They went, yeah, you take the flamethrower, this door not accessible anymore. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, I don't need those shotgun shells on me. They're just going to take up space, especially since I need to take the flamethrower with me. So we're just going to drop these off real quick. And we're going to go do fun things. And we're back. Let's go, flamethrower. We're going to burn everything down. Oh, yeah! Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. I didn't realize he came out right there. scared me. Okay, okay. Ew, ew. Okay, one second. You know what? We're gonna use it. Okay. Okay, She apparently has, like, issues with fire damage. Oh, also, rude. Oh, I'm poisoned. Gosh darn it. Birdie? She dead? That's crazy work. Okay. Not complaining. I need to go heal real quick. We're going to equip the survival knife. Also, we're going to make sure we have everything in here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. We're going to cut the webbing off of the door. We did it, guys. Also, I need to... There's blue herbs here. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, you come over here. You drop off the flamethrower, and then you can pick up a blue herb. I would like to drop that off, because we don't need it again. Yeah, Jill gets the grenade launcher, and Chris gets the flamethrower for a boss room. And you could, respectfully, it was a boss, but that didn't feel like a boss if you did that properly. Okay, we are going to attempt to heal ourselves, because why on earth would we want to stay poisoned for the rest of this area? I don't know how long you survive poisoning in this game, because in the other game you like died instantly. But yeah, also Chris, gun, not knife. And everything is, look, all green. Oh, beautiful. Really so good, guys. We burned the spider, which it didn't even look like I was damaging her, but then she just collapsed, which I guess happens. Okay, we have nothing over here. It kind of looks like this is a tunnel you can go into, but apparently not. And then we have a crank puzzle, which we will do real quick. We are going to use the crank. And this one's actually really sneaky. If you look at your map, you can see that there's a door to the side. So you need to use it again. You actually need to go into that door. And then you use it one more time. And then we should have access to that door. And then we go here, and we run, and we run, and we run, and we're good. Okay. And we don't get squished, because getting squished would be a sad thing. Chris has lived too long to deal with this. Okay, and then we have healing over here. Which I don't really need. I'll just use that. We're not going to run into spiders anymore for a little bit. Will you take the first aid box? I will, because I like those. Examine. What do we have going on? We have healing spray. First aid spray. Heck yeah, guys. And then we got a puzzle. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to actually see what the puzzle is. This puzzle also took me a little bit, because statues and pushing, for some odd reason, are really hard in Resident Evil 1. Sorry guys, drinking some Pepsi. Okay, so, statue. What do we do with statues? We put other statues next to the statues. This seems to be a common theme with these puzzles. A goddess statue smiles silently back at you. Sure about that? Okay, so what we gotta do is, if we get on this little turntable thing, it turns us. And we are unable to turn the statue, so we need to get it on there to flip it around so that it's in the proper orientation. But first, we gotta get it away from the wall, because you can't push it if it's against the wall. So you come over here, and use the crank. If I'm facing the hole, that would be nice. There we go. That should be good. Heck yeah. So you essentially push it away from the wall. That way you can actually move it around. And then, unfortunately, you do have to put that back. So you had to... I definitely tried to do this the first time. I was like, it's away from the wall. Why are you not letting me push it? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not away from the wall. It's just away from the main wall. Perspective is a little weird with this puzzle. Because, like, the angle flips depending on where the statue is, and it's just odd. Okay, we got like at the halfway point, the room shifts to a new perspective. Okay, we could do that, and we push it back on. Or like this perspective. Ooh, this perspective is rough. There we go. And there we go. Now she's facing the right way. So now we just need to put her into our little alcove. First, Chris has to spin. Again, Resident Evils and their puzzles. Yes, totally. We need a statue to be facing the wrong way. And we need the STARS member to practice putting it in the right position. This is nothing compared to the puzzles in 7. The puzzles aren't hard, but they use shadow locking mechanisms. I can't carry any more items. I don't want to go back. We're just going to use the healing spray. It's okay. Rather use that than the 3 herb. I will take the cylinder, yes. But in Resident Evil 7, they have locking mechanisms, which normal. You know, you put something in a hole, it might open something else. That's fine. Resident Evil 7 uses shadows. So like say for example, you need to create the head of in one of the locking mechanisms. It needs to look like Medusa. You need to find aspects, like items, that when you put them together and rearrange them in such a way, they end up looking like a Medusa shadow. And that unlocks a door, which is crazy when you think about it. Also, ew, don't spit on me. Okay, I made it. I say I killed the big spider, which was gone. But the baby spider was definitely, and by baby I mean not so baby. Ah, run away. Ah! Okay. We're good. His scratching was a little delayed. Just fine and dandy. I like not having to deal with that. Did I pick up the item? Oh yeah. What is it? It is a circular metal object with a hole in the center. It's a donut. Symbols are carved in its sides. Well, look at that. Roman numerals, I'm assuming, because this is supposed to be for a code. And if I had to guess, based on my Roman numeral knowledge, 4, 2, 3, 1. Which, I'll show you how you'd figure that out. You come over here, and I'm not going to use the survival knife. They only give it to you to essentially cut open the door, and you don't need the crank again. So you can drop that off. But they give you the survival knife to open or cut open the webbing. Oh my goodness! In the spider room. Also, puzzle. Symbols are carved in its side. Will you turn it? Yes, I will. I'm gonna turn it again because they don't match up. Yes. Turn and then again. And again. And again. One more time. We're so close. There you go. 4, 2, 3, 1. It's a code. And it doesn't have to be in the proper orientation to use it. If you can read Roman numerals or you memorize it. But, it's, you know, the puzzle thing for an elevator. And we're gonna super speed, and we're gonna super speed so fast. So fast. Fastest. Oh my goodness. Ah, Chris! Don't get stuck. No! Chris, there's a door. Use it? Goodness. Look at buttons. And he was like, but the door handle, or the door crack, that's more interesting. There's thankfully not a hunter in here. How hurt are we? Oh, we're fine! Ha! Take out a chunk of my elbow. I don't care. I'm handy dandy. Okay, code was 4231. Let me make sure. Examine. And it's not like you have to do that puzzle every time you look at it. Yeah, 4231. Okay. It's not necessary to use now. I know. I accidentally pushed that button. Okay. If I was a little bit closer, it would have been necessary to use. Okay. Series of flashing buttons. Press 1. Yes. I will press 4, 2, 3, and 1. It looks like the power has been restored. Crazy, man. And everything is green in this area, so we're all handy dandy and good. And we're gonna go be terrified because we gotta go run into Lisa Trevor. By the way, that's the name of the chain monster. There's an elevator switch. Press it? Sure. Why not? And then we are in the courtyard basement 2.0. Yep, basement 2! Because of course the courtyard is going to be substantial with all these basements in it. A pile of sandbags. Crazy, man. Is there anything on me I don't need? Nah, we're good. And this area, actually it doesn't have anything of real interest in it at the moment. So we're gonna leave it be. But if you look at this, it's kind of decently large. No, there's actually no saves in this area, which is scared the leaving bejesus out of me. Because whenever I get, as I've told y'all before, whenever I get scared, I save. And unfortunately, this area is very scary and there's no saves. So, woo! Okay. Ah! Running for it, running for it. Run. Ah! Ma'am. Ma'am. We're gonna reach a bunch of scores extended warranty. Ah! She also just has this growth on her back, and I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, you need to unlock this door here, but we don't have what we need to unlock it at the moment. Also healing, because we're gonna need it. She hits like a truck. But no, the guy that had the gravestone, he actually is her dad, or was her dad, because he was the one that was designing the mansion, and his wife and daughter got brought along, and they experimented on the wife, and the wife did not take to the virus, but the daughter, aka Lisa Trevor, did take to the virus and turned into the scary chain monster. Boxes are labeled chemicals. Gasping. Big old box, Chris. This one isn't empty, but the contents of it definitely would make the box super light. So, I'm not going to say he's strong in this situation. I'm not going to say he's not strong, but this is definitely not a show of his strength. Device for transporting materials. Start it up? Absolutely. Okay, and that'll get sent off to a location we will go back to later. And then we can't go over here. However, there are secret items on top of these boxes. They're actually very beneficial. So we have magnum ammo. We have flash grenade, and then we have regular magazine bullets. So all the items, and then we can combine the healing. Because knowing my luck, I usually get hit by Lisa at least once. Oh! Pick that up! Why did I pick that up? That's so goofy. There we go. Yeah, I normally get hit by Lisa at least once. Not because I'm trying to get hit by her, but this area in perspective is kind of rough. So I'll run around a corner and she'll be right there, and then I'll try to run away, and then the perspective will shift. And when it shifts, she's like, okay, well, if you run into my fists, I'm not going to not punch you. That's not how this works. Okay, but this little air room is green. And the other room is green, so now we can actually do the puzzle we need to do. It's puzzle time! Shh. Ma'am. Ma'am. She also thankfully is not super duper slow. She could definitely be slower, but she's not fast. Oh no, this way? Yes, this way. So we need to actually go back to the main room to get what was in the box that we sent over. Because that's actually, you know how the flamethrower was the key in the other room? The flamethrower is a key in this room too. But this one's broken to make sure that you don't use it, which is hilarious. Also, I'm going to drop off one of the healings. We're going to drop off the big one, because that should be saved for the final boss fight, just in case I goof. Oh, a magnum. We don't need the magnum ammo. Where's my supply? Right there. Okay, we got 12 magnum shells. Here we go. Yeah, you see the box came down here, and we have a little area, some old supplies. They're labeled waste materials. There's a little bit of colorful text here, but there's really nothing down here. Which is really lame, because it feels like it should be. So we're gonna push this over here. And then I'm going to come over and we're going to shove it into the trash compactor to essentially, like, break the box. Which surprisingly doesn't break the thing inside the box. Garbage compactor. There's a switch. Press it. Absolutely. Squish. Yeah, that just sounds like I broke whatever's in there. But yeah, look. Handy dandy. Broken flamethrower. I was gonna say fire thrower. That's wrong. Heck yeah, will you take the broken flamethrower? Of course. Because then we can use it to get back past Lisa Trevor. However, I will need to pause real quick. The batteries of my controller are about to die and I need to replace them. Because we don't need to be dying in unfortunate situations. So I will be right back. And we're back. So sorry about that, guys. What do we got in my inventory? Yep. No, it's really funny because right before I started playing, I was like, oh, are the batteries going to be okay? They were fine. But all of a sudden they were like, no, we're not fine. Excuse me. Also, sorry for that. Woo! Lisa! Darling! Same. Oh, we gotta go around. Yeah, she just has this growth on her back, and I noticed it and I was like, that's kind of weird looking. The virus definitely affected her in an odd way. Aha, ma'am. Okay, we gotta pull this. There's some kind of lever here. Pull it? Yes. Yes, I shall. And then that extends, and then we can put the flamethrower in it. Lisa. Lisa! Bam! Like, again, slow, but not that slow. Okay. We would like to use this. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lisa. Lisa. Don't do it. That was scary. Okay, but she can't. Surprisingly, she can't open doors. Or, like, not surprisingly, I mean, her hands are chained. But she doesn't come in here. Also, I think she did this, which is kind of horrifying. Huge collection of various kinds of dolls. They're all faded and worn. Fire has died out, but it shows signs of use. The desk is cluttered with old beat-up dolls and used candles. But yeah, just this is a little altar thing. It's still the courtyard basement too, but this thing's just crazy looking. And surprisingly, there's not that much colorful text for what they're showing us. Also, Lisa Trevor was actually, in addition to the remake of the game, she wasn't in the original. So she is definitely new. Which is really cool that they thought of this, but it's really messed up that they thought of this. Will you take the jewelry box? Yes, I will. And if you open it up and examine it, surprisingly there's no puzzle for this one. But you get the stone ring. So now we can put the wooden item in there. So there's George, his wife, and then Lisa's in the middle, the little girl. A family picture and notes. There's something written on the back. November 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica. Administered virus type A. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion negative. Action disposed. So they got rid of the mom because she did not do what they wanted her to do with the virus. Lisa. Administered virus type B. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion. Positive but delayed fusion. Body modification. Observed constant results. Status. Continue protective observation because she's scary. George. Action terminated. November 30th, 1967. So he probably died down there with his tombstone. There is a journal left by someone. November 14th, 1967. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we could escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th. I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake. Not my real mom. Same face but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. From inside box, scent of mommy. Oh, this is November 17th. From inside box, sense of mommy. Maybe true, mother there. Stone box hard. It hurt. Steel rope in the way. Can't see mother because 4 stones. So that's actually a clue to her boss fight. But, so you notice how she's like wearing kind of a bag thing on her head? It's actually the face of the woman that Umbrella used to, like, represent her mother, because her mom died because her body couldn't handle the virus. But she was fine. Unfortunately, though, she wouldn't listen without her mom, so they're like, well, we got a body double. But she found out and, like, ripped her face off. A bunch of photographs featuring a young girl depicting various scenes from her upbringing. Yep. Upbringing, happiness. Not anymore. This bed is still warm. And there's still red in this area, but that's because this area is pretty large. So we go up here, which even though it's risen up, it is like still part of the same area. But you got 2 herbs over here. You got a green one and a blue one. And I believe once you grab these, then everything will be green in this area. I will take the blue herb. Is everything green? Are we all good? See? All green. Green. Residents. Didn't mean to do that. Go back. There we go. That knobby sound was scary. And then there oh, that's a ladder. I was like, what is that? Kind of like what you hang water hoses on. And then we go up the ladder. And go, what the heck? Why is this under here? Of course, Resident Evil needs these horrifying spaces in areas that don't make sense. But look, we're in her little cabin, which is kind of traumatizing to think she has this all. Well, that makes. Wait, so she has a bed downstairs, but she has a bed here too. That's a little weird. Okay, but we can drop things off. What do we not need? We do not need this. Here we go. Don't need that. Don't need that. And everything else should be good. Yeah, because we'll run into another item box before we need to actually go through and grab things. Oh, wait, we could. Actually, we do need this item real quick. We need the wooden item, or the metal object. No, keep the herb. There we go. Okay. So we do need this because we need this to actually get down into her little area to have her boss fight. So everything's still green here. It should be. Yep. Okay, we're all good. And she surprisingly doesn't come back home. Well, no, not surprisingly. We know where she is. She's in her little boss area under the mansion. Perspective is rough. And you go over here. And then we're gonna head back to a mansion and we're gonna take care of her boss fight. And be very sad because it's a boss fight, but it's not a boss fight. Because you cannot fight her. Which, understandable, they've pretty much made it very obvious that she is invulnerable to weapons. So, it makes sense that, you know, you can't shoot her down. Just crazy to think that this virus has mutated her in just such a way that bullets do nothing. I've actually seen playthroughs of people trying to beat her boss fight without knowing what you need to do. And they waste all their magnum ammo, and I'm like, that's so sad. Because it literally won't work. Hello, sir. You can't get me in a boo-boo. You're too slow. Kristen needs to now trip on something because karma. And, you know, whenever you do something like that, you always break your ankle and they can get you. Just making sure I have everything, and we're doing good. I think we're doing pretty good so far. And I just jinxed life. Ready for the whole mansion to explode while Chris is in it. And then we also will need, so we won't come back to this area. I just saw Chris's, or heard Chris's feet echo like on the floor, and I was like, who is in here with me? Wesker, Jill, maybe Rebecca? But we need to take this out, so we will not go back into this area. It's pretty much, are you done here? If you're not, don't go there. Go to the next area yet. because I don't believe you can remove the crests from where you need to remove them from. But yeah, it looks like everything's green. I don't think we're missing everything. Just making sure before we go past the point of no return. Because it's always sad when you look back on it and you go, wait a second. That's unfortunate. Appropriate door. I noticed that on like my 5th playthrough. I'm like, how did I never notice that before? That looks really, really goofy. Wait. No, yeah, we need to go this way. This is the best way. That way we don't have to deal with like horrible animals and things like that. We go through the crow shortcut. It's a crow shortcut with the birds that will eat your face, but don't. Perspective. Quit doing what you're doing. Like, perspective. That hallway was just going down. Chris looked like he was going forward, right? Tank controls made it where the only way for him to go forward in that situation was for me to hold down. Like, hold the joystick down like I'm moving backwards. So that's why every once in a while I'll be like, what is going on? Because I'm like, my brain, if you're going forwards, your joystick should be facing forwards. But that's not the case with tank controls. That's what makes life more scary, is you start stressing because it's not doing what you want it to do. Okay, so this thing, you know, where we heard the groaning, we're actually going to use that. Thunder didn't like that. And then we're going to use this one. And it unlocks. And we're going to go in. The 2 emblems fit neatly into the door. Open it? Yes. Scary basement. Number 3. And we're back. And I'm gonna save, because I'm scared of this fight. You know, I said it wasn't a boss fight. But just because it isn't a boss fight doesn't mean that I can't get my butt handed to me. Ew. Why did it, that's gross. Why did I do that? Separating things like that. That's just disgusting. Ew. Okay, we need the metal of wolf, and then we need the metal of eagle. Because after the boss fight, you need those to open the next area. And they don't have an item box for the next area besides this one. So you just need to grab them, or else you gotta do a lot of backtracking. I would like to save my progress, yes. Thank you so much. Medical storage room. We're no longer in there. We're in the stairway to hell. Because this place is very, very scary. We get to... And another interesting thing about the upcoming boss fight is she doesn't die. She apparently has a cameo in a future game. And it's very interesting, because it's like, oh, well, you don't see her in 2, but she's in, like, you know, the side story games they came out with? Which I think is very interesting. Ew, bugs. Gross. Those are really little. Squish, squish. Nothing? Okay. But if you look, there's nothing in this area, so it's all green. I don't trust these wooden boards at all. I don't trust Lisa walking on these wooden boards, because you know she's heavy. With all the chains and stuff, and the ability to hit as hard as she does. She must have a really heavy, like, skeleton. Got all the candles everywhere. Anything? There is something, but it's not up here. It's in the area down below, I believe. But yeah, spooky. Here we go. Boss fight time. I believe. We got this. Getting him going down.
You're a bit of a mess up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
Oh, ah! Okay, so you have the 4 stones that are preventing her from seeing her mother. And you have to... Ah! Damn. Oh, thank you, damn. I appreciate that. But she's got like all these tentacles coming out of her and she has to grow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to help you see your mom. Ah! Here you go. But your mom's been dead for a while. Because you saw 1967, we're in the 98, I believe, when this comes out. She picks up her mom's skull, which is really sad, and then she goes yeets. don't know where she goes. Am I okay? I'm not horrible. I could be worse. Wesker. Sir.
I'll investigate this area a little further.
Sounds good. So you go over here and you click in the coffin. So there's a skeleton in the coffin. Wait, there's something else. It's a note. Family picture and some notes. My dearest Lisa. It's a letter. To my Lisa, day by day I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by men in white clothes made some of Mommy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot saying it was nutrition. When they gave me the shots, Mommy's can think straight, but Mommy's shocked and sad because Mommy's unable to think of you all the time. Mommy's afraid. Afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy. What your faces look like, how we used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Oh, Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now, so that I could hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape is the next time when we go to that lab together. We'll both pretend that we are both unconscious, and when that man in white clothes is off guard, that will be our chance. When we're on the outside, let's look for Daddy together. Okay, sweetie? Be strong, Lisa. November 13th, 1967. Jessica Trevor. So that thing has been decomposing for 30-ish years. We got statues here. No descriptors, though. Anything else in here? Inside the coffin is... Okay, so there's a skeleton. Okay, but if you look, we've read the note. This area is green. And now we use the elevator. Whee! And up we go! Woohoo! Chris should just be able to jump up out of this. And we have a door here, but 'tis the locked. There's a large iron door, and it won't budge. How unfortunate. And then we come over here, we got a fountain. No colorful text, surprisingly. But a circular depression. There's an eagle-shaped emblem carved inside of it. So then we put eagle in there. And then we go to the other side. I just find it funny because there's not like statues of an eagle around. It's like dogs. And then this one, I'm assuming it's a wolf impression. There's a wolf-shaped emblem carved inside. Okay, so you put the wolf in. And there we go. And then all the water will drain. And secret tunnel! Sorry, this was actually a secret passage, not a tunnel. So sorry about that. Oh! Went the wrong way. We gotta go back this way. It's in the back. And we got stairs going down. Also, I don't believe there's... Yeah, so this is a little area. If you notice on the map, there's like this circular thing. It's like to the laboratory. So we couldn't get to it until now. Use the elevator? Absolutely. Past the point of no return? Of course. And now we have made it to... Does it show the map? The laboratory. We have done it. So we got doors here. The sign reads, will not open unless in first class emergency. So those are important later. As of right now, we cannot open them because this is not a first class emergency. The world is not exploding. It no work. Okay, we got saves there. I know, that's not what I'm trying to grab. Saves. Thank you. And this is actually going to be the final area of the game. So I think I'm gonna end it off here. The perspective. That was rough. Okay, but yeah, I think this is actually where I'm going to end off this episode. And on that note, I hope you'll have a great next 24 hours. Take that as you may. And I hope I get to see y'all in the next video. Bye!